Tinubu. At the time, they were not interested, but finally they were convinced. Then it became ANPP and the CPC. In order to add more to the northern interests, we insisted that CPC would join. It took time. In fact, we begged them to join. ANPP begged them to join, and finally they joined. And the party position then were shared equitably. ACN that came with 6 governors was given the interim national chairman. ANPP that came with 3 governors was given the position of interim national secretary. And the CPC was given the position of national, let me remember again, was given National Working Committee position. That's what I wanted. Then DPP that didn't come with any governor was given the position of interim national auditor. All right. And so, and then ABGA was given the position of interim national organizing secretary.
Yeah, because I wanted to mention ABGA because we sometimes when we have this conversation, ANPP is not remembered in the conversation. People talk more about the new PDP that came in with governors, Atiku leading the front.
No, Atiku came when they has already been formed. Atiku didn't join at the time of Maja. Atiku came in when the certificates of ANPP, CPC, and ACN had been relinquished at the INEC. So they were just joiners. They were not the that's why I say legacy parties.
Legacy parties, yeah. Okay, so Prof, let's talk about the fact that it's people like the comments you've made around positions being shared. So are we saying that in the APC we have positions being shared to people based on the group that they were coming from? Maybe CPC have like a faction, the ANPP faction.
Bloc.
Okay, so
it's not faction.
You correct me when you are making the statement.
Yes.
So let me just, because to some Nigerians that's what it seems like when they say the Bloc. It looks as if we are talking about faction. Do we have that when the APC is mentioned, there are factions that maybe have meetings before meetings? Can you walk us through how it's done? Well,
at the beginning, what angered most of our leaders, especially Shakarao,
Ibrahim Shakarao,
His Excellency, was that what we agreed at the time of margin wasn't what he was seeing.
What was agreed, sir?
How other positions, Buhari Buhari had already said he wasn't interested in running for
in 2011.
Yes, in running for president. Shakara showed interest and thought he would have the ticket. What happened at last? From nowhere, Buhari was brought out to run, and this angered Shakarawo. He left the APC and joined PDP and was immediately made a minister. This shows you the kind of stuff we have. People with integrity. And Ahmadu Sharif, the then former governor of Brazil and former senator, left APC and joined PDP, and who was made the national chairman of PDP. And some of our leaders were not happy with the turn of events after merger.
Right. So I've heard, when I read the letter, I saw a comment that was said, if the presidency does not look into some of the demands that you've placed about the vice presidential candidate in 2027 being chosen from the ANPP bloc, that you may consider your political future somewhere. You'd like to walk us through what are the options you have at this moment? Yeah,
you see, we place that before Mr. President, and we believe that he will call us. There are some internal mechanisms in the party that can resolve all this matter. Just like a father and a son fighting, quarreling. The son will say, no, is this way, and finally the father will say, okay. What are your grievances? let me look into your grievances. Let me tell you, any person in the ANPP bloc who leaves APC, I think may be making a mistake, because this is a house we built. How can you build you have a very beautiful house here, and you, just because some people were not treating you well and you abandon the house? No, APC is the house we built. NPP built it, followed in building, and we are not going anywhere.
But you highlighted in your letter, Prof, that you may be forced to seek your political future somewhere. That's in the letter that I read. So I wanted to know maybe where the political future is. It, are you going to the Labour Party? Are there consideration, even the coalition? Is that something you are considering if the presidency fails?
Yeah, it's ANPP bloc is not one person. We have from ward, local government, and state and national, all our former officers are still intact. You can't believe, and that will meet. What we now want to do, if we wait for the presidency and they didn't do anything, we'll go back to them and report to them and start holding our meetings. And it is that majority that tell us what else to do.
All right. Okay, so that's clear. Let's talk about the fact that you are in the APC now, and it seems you're still thinking about where you are coming from. Is it fair to the APC when we have the ANPP bloc still thinking about some interest around that circle, and the CPC bloc may also be having this feeling of recent? We've heard some people, even though not members of the APC, say the North has not been treated fairly, and we keep having how I thought with the major everybody decided to be one, and there's no consideration for blocks and sentiments based on where we are coming and the work we've done, and everybody's one party. Would you like to talk to that, Prof?
Let me liken it to marriage. And when you go before a priest and say, I do, and finally the priest will say, people put together by God, no one should put asunder. Am I not correct? So it's a marriage between three political parties. It's like you kill a cow. Equity demands that it will be shared into three. You have taken, this person is taken, this person is supposed to be taken. And our demand is from our investment, the dividends of our investments. What is our own in APC?
But your former national chairman was a minister for a long time. In the former immediate past administration. Yeah,
when they say minister is not it is not really appointment, because it's statutory that every state must have a minister. It's statutory that every state, after all, there were no two ministers from Imo State, there are no two ministers from every state must have a minister. So let's not put that ministerial position apart. There are over 1,000 positions in the presidency. How many were given to the ANPP bloc? And this is what I was one of those that helped, that participated in the process that led to APC. My brother, I'm 65 years old now. How many national positions, which have not gotten any national position? That there are many of us. There's the people who started even ANPP in those days in Imo State. I come from Imo State. I've served as a commissioner and all that. In Imo State, like Barasima Ibeduro, who started then, which has he been given a national position? Fega from Kano State, who was the national legal advisor, in fact, who drafted most of the legal documents. Was he given? Has he been? Many of us, Barasa Silva. Okay.
So which of the bloc is being favored by the APC? Which of the bloc is favored by the APC?
When Buhari was the president, he favored most of CPC and some ACN. In fact, CPC and ACN got majority of the plum jobs. Plum, when I say plum appointment, not putting you as a member of a board, but chairmanship of the boards were gotten by all these people. So now CPC has ruled for 8 years. ACN is on duty now, ruling, and we do hope and we do believe that Tinubu is going to win the 27th election. And by 2031, we pleaded, if you read my text very well, we pleaded that power should be shifted to ANPP for justice and equity to reign.
All right, so there's a conversation around a coalition, the ADC, African Democratic Congress, where we see being spearheaded by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Nasri El-Rufai, former governor, is there Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers State. If the ANPP bloc is being approached by this coalition at this moment, is that a thought the ANPP bloc in the APC might be considering?
We have never considered joining any party. We have never considered. And it's a new party. ADC, though old, but revived by some people. And let me tell you, I don't think they will beat APC. I don't think so. So
you're still believing in the APC, but your letter said that you may be seeking political solutions somewhere.
Yeah, let me liken it to you are your father's house and he drives you out during the rain. And your neighbor asks you to come over and have a shelter. Will you like to be in the rain and the rain will be beating you? No, nah. You will go to your neighbor's house and probably your father may have a change of heart and ask you to come back and come to your house.
All right, so Prof, before we leave in 30 seconds, I'd like that you talk about the fact that as the APC, which you were a member when it was formed, has it been able to deliver dividends of democracy? Because I remember in 2013, for those of you who led the major, you promised Nigeria with the coming of the APC will come change, will come transformation. In these years, we've had about 10 years now of the APC leading in Nigeria. Can you say in 30 seconds, Prof, that the APC have delivered the dividends which you went to Imo to campaign and tell people vote the APC? Have they been able to deliver that dividends of democracy to Nigeria?
Thank you. When you say dividends, dividends of democracy, some have been delivered. Even though we had some issues during the time of the late president, 8 years of his rule, which the present president is trying to put things in order. And one of the dividends is providing food and all that to Nigerians.
So the APC is providing food to Nigerians?
The APC is making every effort. Presently, it's a starvation.
Thank you, Prof.
You're talking about starvation.
We ran out of time. Thank you so much, Prof. All right, people, and that's the much we can take on today's edition of Big Talk. And we had Professor VITALIS AJUMBE, former Imo State Commissioner for Information, Tourism, and Public Utilities, and APC chieftain and the leader of the ANPP bloc in the APC. Thank you so much, Prof, for coming to our studio, and we hope that in due course we'll have this conversation around nation building. And that's the much we can take. Earlier on the program, we had joining us live in the studio, we had Mr. Clemens, who is the leader of the Akwa Ibom community, the youth community in Abuja, as we talked about youth in nation building. My name is Ubong Usoro, and that's the much we can take for today's edition. Remember that Global TV is live on DSTV channels 365 and Star Times channels 276. And Big Talk comes your way every weekday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do have for yourself a wonderful night.